This is Scott Kaplan and Crew Tonight. The very best from today's Scott Kaplan and Crew show on the mightier 1090 AM ESPN Radio. SoCal Sports Talk. Here's Scott Kaplan, Alex Padilla, and John Browner.
Hey, great friends. What's going on? Today is Wednesday. It is March 29th, and this is Kaplan and Crew from the 7 Mile Casino Studios, 7milecasino.com. Hey, look, a lot of people are going to be heading to downtown San Diego because of, Padres season. And just think, 7 minutes south of downtown is 7 Mile Casino. Blackjack, poker, table games on the one side of the casino. On the other side is Sammy's Restaurant and Bar, Sammy's Woodfire Pizza. From outside the casino, that's what it's called, Sammy's Woodfire Pizza. And they got the best brunch in South County, according to San Diego Magazine. So think about that on a Saturday or a Sunday morning, okay? 7 Mile Casino, 7milecasino.com. And if anybody who's listening is a player, you got any problems with gambling, you call 1-800-GAMBLER. Okay, hey, Alex, I forgot to tell you one thing as we just get going today. We're going to talk some Aztecs, going to talk some Padres. Actor Chris Reed is stopping by. We got a lot to get to. Mm-hmm. Hey, I'm about to make a major fashion statement. I don't know if I told you this or not.
You are?
Yeah, that's right. That's correct. You know me, I admit that while I may not look like it and I may not act like it, I am considered by most to be a middle-aged white guy.
Are you about to tell us that you are also a fashionista?
I don't know if I'm fashionista, but I like to use terminology that makes me sound younger.
Like
lit, fire, things like that. Dank, terms that I like to use that, people my own age are like, what does dank mean? And I'm like, well, that just means it's dope. And they're like, well, and I'm like good, like dope is good, really good. So, Alex, I'm about to make a fashion statement inspired by John Browner himself.
Hey, yo, then it must be bomb.
I'm gonna be rocking something going forward that's gonna make me look even younger than I sound when I say lit and fire and dope AF.
All right.
You want to see what it is?
Got to.
You're gonna love this. Hold on. Let me just show this to you.
Oh no.
Play by play this.
Did you get a white crispy? Do you think that's where we're going with this?
Nah, because he already got a sweater on.
Oh, wait a minute. The chair's turning around. He's putting a strap over his shoulder.
He doesn't think we can still see him.
Oh, he's got a man bag. He's got a man bag, ladies and gentlemen. That is the Browner man bag right there. That is a merce. You are wearing a merce.
How's this? Is this dope? Is this lit?
Is that a heart?
I like it. I like
is
that.
This flight?
Is that a red heart on the bottom corner there?
Yeah.
I like
red
that
heart.
bag, man. I like that
you
a lot,
bag?
man. Yeah, I like that a lot.
You want me to get you one of these dogs?
Yeah, I mean, if you got another one.
Yeah, man. I don't have another one, but I'll get you one.
What them pockets like inside? Them pockets are important.
Oh, dude, this bag is huge, man. This bag got so much space. Phone, wallet.
Yeah.
I mean, 2-3 phones if I had them. Mm-hmm. For you, perfect, Browner.
Listen, this is what I'm saying. That's why I'm asking how many pockets you got in there.
So this is for Cardiff, North County purposes, correct?
Yes, it's for life, dude.
No, I know, but life outside of downtown Los Angeles, correct?
Why? I can't wear this in downtown LA?
I mean, I'd be worried for you.
I mean, I don't feel like I'm wearing
it
right.
How far do you park?
No, I have a private parking spot underneath LA Live. What are you kidding me?
I don't know.
You heard he said it was such a disgust in your question.
Yeah, right. Like, are you kidding me? Yeah. Browner, how cool does this look on me?
Dude, listen, normally I would thumb down you. It looks good on you, man. It looks good.
You like it?
Yeah, I like it a lot. All right.
Why over the shoulder instead of around the waist like a real fanny pack?
No, don't do it around the waist.
I mean, it's a fanny pack, and I understand that you putting it over your shoulder, you think it looks cooler, but at the end of the day, it's just a fanny pack.
Not a fanny pack, sir.
Yes, that is literally a fanny pack. It's supposed to be worn on top of your fanny behind your back.
I thought that the cooler, younger people with a little more street cred wear it around their chest.
I'm saying because you decided to put it over your shoulder instead of around your waist, people think it looks cool, but at the end of the day, it's a fanny pack.
The bag I have is not you can't wear it around your waist. It's an over the shoulder bag.
Kind of falls off his waist, you know what I mean? Unless he got suspenders.
You could just strap it a little tighter. So that's kind of what a fanny pack is.
Yeah.
Is it a smaller bag with a strap that can be buckled? Right? That is
it
a
is.
fanny pack. If you decide to put it over your shoulder because you think you're a man and you're not a nerd, at the end of the day, that is a fanny pack.
It's not designed to go around the waist, dude. That's what I'm telling you. Don't make me bring it in the screen.
Yeah. Well, I'll be rocking mine tomorrow. And shout out to the guys at a place called One Love IE, like One Love Inland Empire. They hooked me
Oh,
up with that.
one love.
That's right.
I
That's what
eat.
that heart is. One Love IE, like
Oh, not
Inland
I
Empire,
eat.
not I eat,
IE.
Oh, my bad.
not I eat.
I eat.
Anyway,
Let me take a look.
all right.
Let me take a look to see if we have fanny packs in our store.
I don't think we have fanny packs, but a great friend's fanny pack would be just fire.
Bro,
Agree.
I
I
already
think
have one.
you would have one already, especially
already
this
have
week.
it.
It's 20% off on our merch shop.
That's what I'm saying.
You can get all the Aztec gear there. You can get all the Padre gear there. I mean, it's not
Mhm.
really licensed Padre gear or Aztec gear. It's just kind of stuff we made
Hey,
up that's
there
red,
is
black, and
fanny
white.
packs available.
Let me see.
Oh, put it
Let me
up.
see the fanny
Put it
packs.
Hold on,
up.
I need a second.
Dude, let
I
me
need
see
a
the
second.
fanny pack. That's
What?
so fire.
All right, I
What
have
took
just
so long for
applied
this?
it. I've just applied it to the store.
Oh, dude, if I can get a great friend's fanny pack, I give up my one Love IE fanny pack
Right.
all day long.
I need all my apparel in fanny packs now.
Really?
All of it.
You mean like you mean like a wise man once said and
Yup,
everything?
I need everything. I need everything. Yeah,
Hey, dang. Yeah.
accessorize.
This is a
Wait.
real fanny pack. This is a real fanny pack right here.
Oh no, no.
Oh,
I can't
hell
do that.
yeah.
Right here.
Hell
That's
yeah.
a real fanny pack right there.
$16.99
bro.
and a 20%
I
discount
can't
this
do
week.
that.
Dude.
No,
Hell
I can't do
yeah.
that.
You know what? Let me put a wise man fanny
No,
pack up
man,
real
don't do
quick.
that.
Dude. Give me
Don't do
one
that to me.
second.
Yeah, get him a
Don't do
white
that.
crispy fanny pack.
Give me one
No,
second.
man.
The wise man once said
It look like a
fanny
jock
pack is
strap. I can't.
coming your
No.
way.
It
can't
does
do
look like you need a cup to wear it,
Yeah,
doesn't it?
man. It look like a jock strap, bro.
Yeah, that is straight.
It look like I'm going to
fire.
the beach in Europe. I can't wear that.
Straight
No, bro.
fire.
Hell yeah, bro.
Wait, why?
Yeah.
Where's the fanny pack for this one? Hold on a second. I think your logo might be too big.
Yeah, it's too
That's what
big,
she
man.
said.
Really? Is that what she said? Really?
Yeah, it couldn't fit.
If I showed you the stuff that's available, Browner would be so pissed that all this stuff is not available in Wise Man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like what?
Like an iPhone case. Like
Oh.
like can you imagine like Browner just walking around with a Wise Man once said iPhone
Yeah,
case?
If I had
can.
if I had an iPhone case that had like the logo of the show,
Yeah.
I'd do that.
Yeah.
I'd, my phone case sucks and my phone is smashed in pieces.
Well, give me a second and I'll put it up right now.
All right, let's get back to the show. Do you mind? Like I know we
You
do show
started
business.
this.
It's all my fault. 100%. I take all the blame. 100% my fault. No question about it. Hey, quick reminder that I want everybody who's watching and listening to please make sure you vote, as we are now at the championship level of Brown Facts 2023. And you know, unlike the Final Four that has some Cinderellas and some lower seeds, the Brown Facts Hot Takes 2023 competition really came down to number 1 versus number 2. Okay, we thought we were looking at upsets with the 12 and the 14 seed, but the 1 seed and the 2 seed have made it, and Browner must give up one of these 2 phrases going forward. So we will declare Browner's worst take of the year. Alex, when does voting close?
Not till Monday night after the championship game. So a whole week.
So we got plenty of time to vote. Go ahead, Alex. Take us through where we are here in the Brown Facts Hot Takes.
McDonald's is better than In-N-Out, who's the number 1 seed versus the number 2 seed. Joe Musgrove is average.
I really know that it will pain Browner so much more to take out the In-N-Out is better than McDonald's because he really truly believes it.
Mm-hmm.
But if Joe Musgrove were to revert backwards in any way, he would love to stick it to us that he's not a $100 million a year pitcher. And he's actually rooting for Joe Musgrove's demise just based on wanting to be right.
Mm-hmm.
I never said that. I never said that.
Mm-hmm.
I never
You
said
don't have
that.
to say it. We all hear it.
Never said it.
Never lost.
There you go, Scott.
Oh, look at that. The Kaplan and Crew phone case. It's right
Scott,
here.
holding
It's
down
on
on
my
us.
list of today. On my list.
Browner,
of things to do.
let's get together on a Zoom or something, and I'll show
Mhm.
you all the accessories and other stuff you could put that you want.
I really feel like I could have moved way more material if I didn't have all these options.
Yeah.
Also,
way more.
I put this one.
Oh, yeah. The Kaplan and Crew fanny pack is fire.
Oh man, no.
Kaplan and Crew fanny pack is fire, bro.
Yes.
Oh, bro, take that down,
Bruh,
That's not
you
the
got to
move.
wear that, bruh. You got to wear that.
I'm not wearing that Speedo.
Yes, you are.
Mm-mm.
Yeah.
It's because you got a
All right.
bigger fanny pack. Don't make it not a fanny pack, my friend.
Yeah, you could have 2 fanny packs. You could have one around your chest and one around your waist.
Listen, man,
All
I'm
right,
not
let's
gonna
get
repeat
back
this.
to the show.
Not a fanny
All
pack.
right, let's do it. All right, let's do it. Hey, if you're going to vote on the Brown Facts Worst Take of the Year, go to our website, kaplanandcrew.com. That's kaplanandcrew.com. You'll find the poll of the day, and you can vote there. Okay, listen.
I really feel like we should call it the best takes of the year. Starting the worst makes it sound bad.
No, it is bad. It is. All right, let me do this. San Diego State, today is Wednesday. San Diego State is headed towards Houston now. For those of you that were with us yesterday during the uncensored portion of the podcast, Coach Fisher called as we were recording. We were literally recording the uncensored portion of the podcast, and my phone rings and it's Coach Fisher. So he was saying yesterday that he's going. In fact, I should tell everybody what we talked about. I don't think it was confidential in any way. Coach Fisher has not been with the Aztec basketball team through their run to the Final Four. And for those of you that have been watching it on TV, people are talking about the history of the program, but Coach Fisher hasn't been there. There's also been talk about Mark Fisher, his son, who's been a longtime Aztec assistant coach, who most of you probably know is dealing with Lou Gehrig's disease and is fighting this thing off. And he's a young guy and he has a young baby and a wife. And, nobody signed up for this. Not Mark, not his wife, not his kid, not his parents. Nobody signed up for this. But as Coach Fisher retired and handed off to Coach Dutcher, Coach Fisher and his wife, Angie, their life has very much been about Mark ever since. I don't know that I would ever, Coach has never said this to me, but fellas, I think it's become somewhat apparent that the reason Coach Fisher retired when he did was to take care of his son and his daughter-in-law and his grandson. I mean, I think if we're putting 2 and 2 together, now we can see that the reason Coach Fisher hasn't traveled with the team or been part of the festivities as they've headed towards the Final Four is because he's home taking care of Mark. But he was telling me yesterday that they've made all kinds of accommodations to get Mark from San Diego to Houston. Coach is going with him as well. I suspect the rest of the family. They've had to get, like conversion vehicles and things to move him around because he's, it's hard to move him around now because he's immobilized. But if there's a group of people that need to be in Houston for the Final Four, it is Coach Steve Fisher and his wife, Angie, and his son, Mark, who's been a longtime assistant coach, and his wife and their son. And they're how this all started, this group of people, the Fisher family and the Dutcher family and the Velasquez family, for those of you that saw the David Velasquez interview yesterday that we've gotten tons and tons of great feedback on. So Coach Fisher called yesterday during the uncensored portion of the podcast, and he's on his way with the team today.
Shout out.
Pretty amazing. Pretty amazing. Here's, I'm passing that on to everybody. You're probably wondering what was the point of that story. No point. That was it. Here's Coach Dutcher, though, yesterday, as the team is getting ready to kind of final preps to head to Houston. Alex, let's take a listen to what Coach Dutcher had to say.
I think the last time I sat in here when I was named head coach. It's kind of a cool moment. So now we sit here today and another first, going to a Final Four, and it's exciting. Exciting for me, exciting for our teams, our families, exciting for San Diego State University, and exciting for the city of San Diego. So now we have to take advantage of our opportunity. We can't say going to the Final Four is the end all, it's the beginning. So we have to go try to find a way to win 2 games and hang a championship banner.
Love that.
So do I. Because here's the thing. If I were Brian Dutcher, I'd be standing in front of my team going, hey, fellas, look, I wish I could tell you guys about all my Final Four experience as a head coach, but I can't because I haven't done this before. Now, I got some Final Four experience as an assistant way back when, but in the last, whatever it's been, 6-7 years since he took over, we've not been in this position. Our program hasn't been in this position. So I'm not coming to you like Mike Krzyzewski or Roy Williams or somebody who's been there and done that. Hey, guys, this is all of our first time, but this is what we all are in this for. This is the dream come true. But getting to the Final Four is not the end all be all. We're 2 games away from winning the national championship. We're playing against a team that is known as Cinderella in this tournament, but we can't underestimate who these guys are because look who they've beaten to get here. So I'm not coming to you from a place of all this experience. Like, follow me. I've been there and done that, and I know what I'm doing. I don't. You don't. It's new for all of us. But guys, our entire mission is 2 games. We'll start with the first one on Saturday. We'll focus on that. But we're going to win the national championship, not go to be participants in the Final Four. Who wants to run through a brick wall for me right now? Who?
Brown, there's a brick wall right next to you. You want to run through it?
Not especially right now at this moment in time. But if I was wearing an Aztecs uniform, probably for Dutch.
And one thing that you didn't even mention, Scott, you're talking about a team with 7 seniors on it that play. What a way to go out. How many of the seniors that are on this team are even going to play professionally elsewhere? Like some of these guys, they're done. They're not playing basketball after this final 2 games, hopefully. This is just an incredible way to go if you can go out there and win the national championship. It's a once in a lifetime opportunity. You don't ever know. You can't even say like San Diego State will be back. Who knows? It's hard, man.
Right.
It's
Put it
hard.
this way. Put it
Super
this way.
hard.
You think people at FAU are going, this is the beginning.
Right.
Now we go to the Final Four
Right.
every year.
And I think that some people at State, as much as we love that basketball program, I can't even bring myself to say this is the beginning. This is one of many Final Fours to come because you know how difficult it is when you're not recruiting the Zion Williams out of
Correct.
players. You know how hard it is to do this, especially in a world of NIL. Who knows, man? This is for the program, for the university, for the coaches. They may never be back there again. Those players will for sure never be back there because they'll be gone. But
Bro,
what a way.
San Diego State is officially on the map. On ESPN, First Take, they have a segment called "What Are You Mad About?" Mad Dog Mike Russo is talking about the
Chris
foul.
Russo.
Whatever. Ryan Nimhard got called for the foul on Trammell, saying he doesn't like it. Like they made it. It's official. They made it.
Yeah.
They're being screamed about nonsense on television.
Right. Like New York sports radio
Yes.
personalities and national, like Chris Russo with Mad Dog Radio on Sirius. He's talking about San Diego State, something he never thought he would do. Probably couldn't name the coach, probably couldn't name a player, probably has never seen a San Diego State basketball game. But I will just tell you one thing.
Shaking his head.
Yeah. Well, hey, I'll tell you one thing though. What has been interesting to me, Alex, I don't know if you've been following this on social, but I feel like all the old Aztec basketball players, I say old guys who played in previous generations, they're all they're just doing what players do when they're from previous generations. Look, last year, 2 years ago, when my Pitt Panthers were in the Peach Bowl, a New Year's Day Bowl, like everybody from every generation of players before were planning on going. Remember that whole thing?
Yep.
And I wound up not going. But the same is happening here. When we had David Velasquez on yesterday, that interview was so well received by people that Akil Quinn, we loved AQ and he had a great smile and he was a clutch player. Akil Quinn reached out to us yesterday on Twitter saying, he was like practically in tears listening to David Velasquez on the show yesterday. 21 years, that guy. I say he's been an assistant coach at San Diego State 21 years. No, he's a student trainer, a student, manager. And here's Akil Quinn on Twitter. What does he say, Alex?
Scott started tearing up watching this. My boy Dave is just oozing with joy. Hope to see you in Houston, man.
Yeah, I hope to see you in Houston too, but I don't think I'm going.
One thing you brought up this Mad Dog thing.
Yeah.
And we've said it here, obviously UCLA made a Final Four not that long ago, but San Diego State has always said like they're the program of California. They're the best program in California. They're the best team in California when it comes to college basketball. And you're looking at a Final Four with Florida, Connecticut. This is the East Coast being forced to pay attention to a West Coast team not named Gonzaga and not named UCLA.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
This is our time to be put on the map the same way Boise was put on the map when they knocked out Oklahoma and Adrian Peterson.
Right, but they didn't win the national championship.
No, but what I'm saying, this is your time to be on the map. This is your time to become that program, to be put in the breath of Gonzaga, UCLA, San Diego State. This is your time to do that.
Right. If they listen, getting there is impressive. Obviously, everybody's talking about San Diego State the same way they're talking about Florida Atlantic, meaning these are schools that would not normally get the national headlines. By the way, Miami basketball, same thing, and UConn basketball has been off the radar for years. Okay. I mean, the last time I even feel like UConn was relevant was the game we talked about, the Sweet 16 game between San Diego State and UConn in Anaheim, where Jamal Franklin throws a shoulder at Kemba Walker. Kemba Walker flops, and San Diego State winds up losing that game. All I'm saying is that UConn hasn't been UConn the last 6-7 years. Miami, they've got a great tradition of sports at Miami, but not like consistent Duke, North Carolina, Kansas basketball.
I can't remember when Miami was good at basketball. Like, I can't remember. Like, I literally can't, I can't think of a player that they had.
Yeah.
I mean, UConn won the national championship 2014. And then ever since then, it's been, pretty quiet. So you're right. And these are not traditional. I mean, UConn is for women specifically. But these are not big time powerhouse basketball. So I feel like the talking heads are having to do some research this year.
Well,
there's no
not
John
only that,
Calipari, there's no Jay Wright, there's no Coach Krzyzewski, there's no Roy Williams.
And everybody's complaining about, look at this
three of
Final
those four
Four and
guys
the
you just
ratings are
mentioned
down.
retired.
I know.
Wait, hold on one second. Let me hit this break and let's come back. We're in the 7 Mile Casino Studios. We're going to get to some Padre talk. Opening days tomorrow. Stick around, everybody. This is Kaplan.
You're watching Kaplan and Crew Tonight, powered by the mightier 1090 AM, ESPN Radio, and Your View, featuring the best sports talk in SoCal. Dominating the SoCal radio airwaves for over 20 years. Join Scott Kaplan, Alex Padilla, and John Browner for Kaplan and Crew every Monday through Friday, 3 to 6 p.m. only on the mightier 1090 ESPN Radio, SoCal Sports Talk, and the mightier1090.com.
An ADU is accessory dwelling unit, and it's become one of the most popular solutions to housing in the United States. We constructed this to provide housing for my mother, who is elderly.
Well, I wanted to downsize. At my age, that's what I wanted to do. Eric engaged the services of Murray Lambert, a top building company.
This is an 825 square foot structure, but it actually looks more like 1,000 because of the spatial considerations. Micah was great. He took the ball and ran with it and came up with this really great combination.
It always appealed to me, high ceilings. It gives a sense of space, of openness, and I like that. Oh, I would give this experience a 10 for sure. Plus, 10 plus.
Hey, Hoop fans, it's Victor Howell here, host of the NCAA Tournament Special, Breaking Down the Madness. Each week during the tournament, we'll assemble a panel of regional experts that follow your local team all the way to the Final Four. Highlights, predictions, interviews, and much, much more as we break down the madness right here on Your View.
Breaking Down the Madness is brought to you by your San Diego County Toyota dealers. We make it easy.
Since 1975, San Diegans have trusted the Murray Lambert family for their home remodeling projects. We continue our commitment to deliver high-quality home remodeling and construction to our customers without an expensive showroom.
When you're adding companion units or ADUs to bring value to your home, our team has the experience to handle everything. Plus, our strong relationships with the city makes adding on easier for homeowners.
Visit murraylambert.com for your consultation.
The #1 disease in the world, according to World Health Organization, is dental disease. For 25 years, we've had one of the most leading group dental practices in the country. Imagine you're a parent, you're a mom or a dad, and you have a 2-year-old that doesn't get any cavities, and you have a 12-year-old that has a soda habit and gets a ton of cavities. Well, how do you determine what oral care products to get? It's really mind-boggling that currently there does not exist an oral care product company that specializes for kids. So we thought this is a great opportunity to get into that space and revolutionize oral care for kids. We have every single product that every parent needs for every person in that family. It's very comprehensive. The next thing is we customize your oral care products. Someone who has a lot of gum disease probably requires different sets of oral care products that someone has a very, very healthy mouth. And it's also conveniently shipped to your home every 3 to 6 months. Make sure you go to supermouth.com and check out all the educational content. And of course, check out our profile builder to get the right products for every family member.
You're watching Kaplan and Crew Tonight, powered by the mightier 1090 AM, ESPN Radio, and Your View, featuring the best sports talk in SoCal.
Listen to the Mike Greenberg Show, 7 to 9 a.m. Pacific, Monday through Friday. Greeny brings his unmatched depth of sports knowledge, fun, and entertainment back to ESPN on a daily basis. The mightier 1090 ESPN Radio, SoCal Sports Talk, and the mightier1090.com. We'll be right back with more of Scott Kaplan and Crew Tonight. The very best from today's Scott Kaplan and Crew Show on the mightier 1090 AM, ESPN Radio, SoCal Sports Talk.
Hey, Hoop fans, it's Victor Howell here, host of the NCAA Tournament Special, Breaking Down the Madness. Each week during the tournament, we'll assemble a panel of regional experts that follow your local team all the way to the Final Four. Highlights, predictions, interviews, and much, much more as we break down the madness right here on Your View.
Join Planet Fitness for just $10 a month and find your big fitness energy in a clean and spacious judgment-free zone. Deal in soon. See Home Club for details.
The number one disease in the world, according to World Health Organization, is dental disease. For 25 years, we've had one of the most leading group dental practices in the country. Imagine you're a parent, you're a mom or a dad, and you have a 2-year-old that doesn't get any cavities, and you have a 12-year-old that has a soda habit and gets a ton of cavities. Well, how do you determine what oral care products to get? It's really mind-boggling that currently there does not exist an oral care product company that specializes for kids. So we thought this is a great opportunity to get into that space and revolutionize oral care for kids. We have every single product that every parent needs for every person in that family. It's very comprehensive. The next thing is we customize your oral care products. Someone who has a lot of gum disease probably requires different sets of oral care products that someone has a very, very healthy mouth. And it's also conveniently shipped to your home every 3 to 6 months. Make sure you go to supermouth.com and check out all the educational content. And of course, check out our profile builder to get the right products for every family member.
We're adopting dogs from local shelters, training them for post 9/11 combat veterans, and we're able to donate these trained dogs to deserving veterans in need. Service dogs can range anywhere from $15,000 to $35,000, $40,000. And for someone getting out of the military that's seeking support and help, having that sort of price tag is daunting. So we really wanted to be able to support the veterans to make sure that they're getting a dog that they need in their life at no charge.
I was in a very dark place. I was having suicidal thoughts, and I really needed an immediate help. We don't know if tomorrow is going to be there for us. So I found Shelter the Soldier online, and I reached out, and somebody contacted me within 24 hours. And in the next couple of weeks, I was already in the program meeting dogs.
Your View Community Spotlight is brought to you by Bill Howe Plumbing, Heating, Air, and Flood.
An ADU is accessory dwelling unit, and it's become one of the most popular solutions to housing in the United States. We constructed this to provide housing for my mother, who is elderly.
Well, I wanted to downsize. At my age, that's what I wanted to do. Eric engaged the services of Murray Lambert, a top building company.
This is an 825 square foot structure, but it actually looks more like 1,000 because of the spatial considerations. Micah was great. He took the ball and ran with it and came up with this really great combination.
It always appealed to me, high ceilings. It gives a sense of space, of openness, and I like that. Oh, I would give this experience a 10 for sure. Plus, 10 plus.
For many consumers, sleeping at night should be an easy experience. For many, it's not. There are a number of reasons for that. Most notably, those that suffer from acid reflux or heartburn. There are also many individuals dealing with various pains or ailments. MedCline is a sleep solution company with our goal to allow people to have a healthy and peaceful night's sleep. And we do that with our therapeutic side sleeping systems. Our patented, clinically studied MedCline relief systems are designed to place an adult in an elevated side sleeping position, which can help them reduce the symptoms or issues they're dealing with. MedCline systems are registered with the FDA, and as a medical product, MedCline systems are qualified for use with FSA and HSA funds. For anyone looking for more information, you can visit medcline.com/sleepbetter.
Since 1971, the LGBTQ Center OC has been a pillar of the Orange County community, proudly empowering and advocating for the queer individuals and families who need our support. We've sustained a safe space for the community for more than 50 years and continue to grow the wealth of resources that the people of Orange County rely on. It's true that it gets better. Until it does, the LGBTQ Center OC is here, and we've got you.
Since 1975, San Diegans have trusted the Murray-Lampert family for their home remodeling projects. We continue our commitment to deliver high-quality home remodeling and construction to our customers without an expensive showroom.
When you're adding companion units or ADUs to bring value to your home, our team has the experience to handle everything. Plus, our strong relationships with the city makes adding on easier for homeowners.
Visit murraylampert.com for your consultation.
Hey, Hoop fans, it's Victor Howell here, host of the NCAA Tournament Special, Breaking Down the Madness. Each week during the tournament, we'll assemble a panel of regional experts that follow your local team all the way to the Final Four. Highlights, predictions, interviews, and much, much more as we break down the madness right here on Your View.
Breaking Down the Madness on Your View is brought to you by Panda Express. Try the brand new sizzling shrimp today. Walk on.
An ADU is accessory dwelling unit, and it's become one of the most popular solutions to housing in the United States. We constructed this to provide housing for my mother, who is elderly.
Well, I wanted to downsize. At my age, that's what I wanted to do. Eric engaged the services of Murray-Lampert, a top building company.
This is an 825 square foot structure, but it actually looks more like 1,000 because of the spatial considerations. Micah was great. He took the ball and ran with it and came up with this really great combination.
It always appealed to me, high ceilings. It gives a sense of space, of openness, and I like that. Oh, I would give this experience a 10 for sure. Plus, 10 plus.
Learn about the many health benefits of MedCline pillows, from easing shoulder pain, reflux relief, and just getting a great night of sleep. Watch Your Health only on Your View, Sundays at 4:30 p.m. Brought to you by MedCline. Sleep better, feel better, live better.
The #1 disease in the world, according to World Health Organization, is dental disease. For 25 years, we've had one of the most leading group dental practices in the country. Imagine you're a parent, you're a mom or a dad, and you have a 2-year-old that doesn't get any cavities, and you have a 12-year-old that has a soda habit and gets a ton of cavities. Well, how do you determine what oral care products to get? It's really mind-boggling that currently there does not exist an oral care product company that specializes for kids. So we thought this is a great opportunity to get into that space and revolutionize oral care for kids. We have every single product that every parent needs for every person in that family. It's very comprehensive. The next thing is we customize your oral care products. Someone who has a lot of gum disease probably requires different sets of oral care products that someone has a very, very healthy mouth. And it's also conveniently shipped to your home every 3 to 6 months. Make sure you go to supermouth.com and check out all the educational content. And of course, check out our profile builder to get the right products for every family member.
Hey, Hoop fans, it's Victor Howell here, host of the NCAA Tournament Special, Breaking Down the Madness. Each week during the tournament, we'll assemble a panel of regional experts that follow your local team all the way to the Final Four. Highlights, predictions, interviews, and much, much more as we break down the madness right here on Your View.
Breaking Down the Madness is brought to you by your San Diego County Toyota dealers. We make it easy.
Welcome back This is Scott Kaplan and Crew Tonight. The very best from today's Scott Kaplan and Crew show on the mightier 1090 AM ESPN Radio. SoCal Sports Talk. Here's Scott Kaplan, John Browner, and Alex Padilla.
Hey, great friends. What's happening? Today is Wednesday. It is March 29th. It is the day before opening day at Petco Park. Padres and Rockies expected to play tomorrow at 1 o'clock. We'll see what the weather holds because everything that we're looking at online says it's going to be raining pretty much all afternoon. So we'll see what happens. Before we get Chris Reed to jump in and co-host this segment, Chris Reed is a great San Diegan. He is a world-class fisherman. He is an actor that many of you know who played Filthy Phil on Sons of Anarchy. And we'll find out what else he's got cooking in his career right now. But Chris is also like one of the biggest Padre fans on the planet. So we wanted him to jump in on this opening day, pre-day celebration. But Browner, you are down at Tavern and Bowl, which is where we are going to be broadcasting tomorrow. We'll record the podcast from 10 a.m. till 12:30. So come down to Tavern and Bowl. Browner, let's take a look at where you are and the energy that's starting to happen around you. And
you can't see Browner, but he's having a full-on conversation with somebody right now.
Let's
who he's talking to.
I don't know who he's talking to either, but he is. Look at him. Look at him.
He's holding court. He's holding court.
Now he's about to put on his headphones, which is
he has no idea. He has no idea that we're doing this.
Right.
No clue.
No, zero. Doesn't know he's on camera.
Nope. Look at him.
Chris Reed. Let me have you jump right in here, Chris Reed. Chris, what do you make of John Browner on the show, but at Tavern and Bowl downtown San Diego, prepping for tomorrow, but having no idea that we have him on camera right now?
It's killing me, dude.
You still don't know. Look at him. He still has no idea.
Oh my God, this is great.
He looks like he's like watching his tray of nachos across the room going, is that one mine? I ordered 20 minutes ago.
Oh, look at him. Just look at him.
There he goes.
Wait, let's put all four of us on camera. Let's see what happens. Oh, there he is. There's Browner. Hey, Brown.
We've been on for 10 minutes trying to talk to you, dude.
Browner, we've been watching you hold court. Chris Reed is here, and we've all been dying laughing just watching you, man.
No, man, listen. I was at a mixer a couple of days ago, and this woman made the best birthday cake. Like they have this thing like it's like a birthday cake, but it's got like confetti in it. Man, listen, this is the best thing I had ever eaten in a jar, bro. And she's gonna be here tomorrow. She's bringing something by. So I was.
Oh, really? So you were down there? You were chatting with her with a cake in a jar, and she's
gonna bring something by tomorrow. Scott, watch. Listen, bruh. Telling you.
Chris, are you in LA or are you in San Diego?
No, I'm in LA.
Oh God, you hear the way he says that? Nah, I'm in LA. I mean, you're not.
My existence, Scott.
What's the deal?
That's my existence. Just here in a cage of my own construction.
Hey, look, man. You want to be an actor, you got to go to Hollywood. You want to be a venture capitalist, you got to go to Silicon Valley. I mean, what can I tell you? You want to be an investment banker? Go to New York. You're an actor. What can I tell you, man? You gotta live in LA.
Yep, that's just the truth of the matter. Beach is an hour away, not a fish anywhere within smelling range. But I'm out of market, so I get to watch every Padres game on MLB TV. So you take what you get.
You want to know something? I think that when you're an actor, you get to a point where you're so successful that now you no longer have to live in LA. I think that's what you shoot for. As I want to be such a big star, I want to make so much money that I don't have to live here.
Yeah, I know J.K. Simmons lives in San Diego, and you can look at my IMDb versus J.K. Simmons' IMDb, and it's really clear which one has to live in North Hollywood.
All right, Chris, let me throw a couple things by you. First, I'll start off with this. Have you ever been more excited for the start of a Padres season, given what happened at the end of last year, given the acquisitions of the offseason? I can't remember a time where I've ever been more pumped up for a season to start.
Dude, for sure. I mean, you have to go back to 91 1, like when I'm 7 years old. That's how deep you have to go to the joy and the excitement of a young child. You know,
Yeah.
but definitely with not as much of a hope that we were going to be seeing them play in late October, November. Not even close. You know, it's a completely different world we've entered in as Padres fans.
It's so true. I mean, we have entered into the world of big money. You know, we've entered into the quote unquote rarefied air of the Dodgers and the Yankees and the Mets and the Phillies and these organizations that spend big money.
And even like just a difference a year makes. Just 1 year. I'm not even you don't even have to go that far back. Last year, Scott, after the way 2021 finished with Machado yelling at Tatis and the Padres flaming out of the playoff race that they were in for so long. And then just think about if Joe Musgrove, Robert Suarez, Adrian Morejon, and whoever else is starting on the injured list, if that would have happened last year, how devastated we would be going into the season. Because, Scott, remember our running bit was we're not getting excited. Until the All-Star break, we're not getting excited.
I remember
There's
that.
no way. And now, dude, I want to go to every game. I want to be at every game. I don't want to just watch every game. I'm so excited about because now you're starting with Soto. You're starting with Bogarts. And, in 20 days, you're going to add maybe the best right fielder. Yeah, I said it, Browner. In all of baseball, like the excitement levels are just ridiculous now.
I just want to let you guys know. I want to bring this up. I'm him.
He, him?
He, him, me, he. When the Padres made this elevation into another stratosphere, 3 of us were together. Someone big timed us and missed out on a moment the 4 of us all could have shared together. But somebody wanted to be on TV. I wonder who it was.
It is true. It is true that last year when the Padres beat the Dodgers in the rain, that the 4 of us were in theory together. But then what happened is I left and went to the front row seats right behind home plate to wear a Hey King t-shirt to say to all my LA people, hey, suck it. You know what I'm saying? And then Chris moved down to be with you 2 guys. And the next thing you guys know, it's like the most religious sporting experience of your lifetime. Chris, how do you remember that night?
Forever is how I'll remember that night.
Yep.
The image that comes back is I was just in a mass of Browner and Alex. Like we were just like blending together. And like we kind of separated. Freeman had just struck out. And I like leaned my head back and opened my eyes. And rain was coming down and fireworks were shooting up. And yeah, it was cleansing. You know, the win in LA was a baptism, and the win that night was a coronation. You know, it religious is the right word, my friend. I don't use it lightly, but it was pure and beautiful, just the best.
You know, I should send a shout out right now because I remember that night Chris was doing something. You had like something going on with your wife and your family, but you really, really, really wanted to go to the Padres Dodgers playoff game at Petco Park that night. And I was like hustling around trying to find tickets. And a shout out to Felix Taverna, AKA the Kitty Cat, who you hear on Saturday mornings on 1090 with Race and Sports Radio. FT called me and said, hey, I got a couple extra tickets for tonight. You need them? I'm like, yes, I do. Because my boy Chris Reed wants to come. And that's how I got those tickets and called you, Chris, to get them to you. And shout out to Felix.
Shout out to Kitty Cat.
Well, Scott, Kitty Cat, you guys have my gratitude forever. It was a core memory, bright, shining yellow. Yeah, it's never going away, man. I'm going to be a 95-year-old man raving about the fireworks and Blink 182 to whoever will listen.
Yeah.
I blacked out that night from alcohol, and I still remember everything somehow.
Dude, yeah, because we went over to where we started and kept drinking, man. Like nothing ever happened.
Yeah, I woke up and I was like, this is the best hangover of my life.
Chris, we got to get you one of the new Seidler Sustainable pieces of Kaplan and Crew merch. Have you seen these yet at all?
No, I missed this one though. Your
Oh my
guys'
God.
merch store is legendary.
Oh, dude, you have no idea. As the town is going crazy because of San Diego State basketball, on Sunday, my girlfriend, who's an alum who watched her first Aztec game on Sunday, she was looking to try and buy an Aztec baseball hat, sold out on Amazon. So Grande made these killer, like red, black, and white Go Aztec Final Four hats and T-shirts and hoodies and everything. But the most popular item in the merch shop is the Seidler Sustainable gear. This is so great. Take a look at this. We'll enlarge it for you.
Yes, dude, that is brilliant. That is perfect. I love the kind of like turn of the 20th century robber baron look to him. It's just the best.
Isn't that funny? Isn't that funny? So, so Chris Reed is here. Everybody around San Diego knows Chris Reed. He's a San Diego native. He's an actor. He's a world-class angler, amongst
Podcaster
other
now,
things. Yeah, podcasting too now.
Dude, yeah, it's been fantastic. I'm joining your old buddy Craig Elston on the Padres Hot Tub podcast. Getting to talk my team every week. I couldn't be more stoked.
That is cool. Hey, Craig Elston, shout out to you, pal. Smart man.
Craig Elston. Shout
Smart
out to
man.
John Gennaro.
Yeah, you hear Chris Reed with us, and you're like, hey, you know what? He would make for a very good partner in all of this. Way to go, man. I'll take a little bit.
Dude, I actually got to meet him that very night at the game. Like, we had been Twitter friends for years, and then I finally got to give him a hug that very night. So, like, you know, it's one of those like inflection points in my life, Scott. That night, that series clinching win.
Yeah.
You know,
Joy, we just got lucky with tickets that night, pal. We really did. And look at all the good that's come from it. So,
well, I have got a fantastic Trent Grisham autograph rookie card for you the next time I see you.
oh, well,
Nice.
thank you. Thank you. That's something that I know. I've been like looking at my collection recently going, you know what I need? Trent Grisham. Got
You
it
know,
now.
if that dude doesn't hit 180,
Oh,
like if he
man.
hits if he hits 225, all right, 225. You know how much better we're gonna be?
Yeah,
Right.
Just
I
from
mean,
that.
right.
You know,
I
like
think-
Jake Cronenworth hit 239, and he was an all-star.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like if Trent Grisham just hits 220 and doesn't strike out a record number of times, you know how good this team could be?
Crazy.
Well, he
Dude,
really
runners on the bases with the top of that lineup. Having, you know, if you got a guy on second with one or no outs and you have to get through Tatis, Soto, Machado, and Bogarts, what are you doing?
Yeah.
Like, you're praying at that point. You're calling to a higher power to help you.
Yeah. Well, hey, listen, everybody has jumped on the Padres bandwagon. I mean, I know there's been a lot of talk around the country, like small market teams that are kind of offended by their spending spree because they're jealous. I mean, listen, we were in that position forever, you know, and I can remember plenty of small market teams like the Kansas City Royals. One time they had this protest that they were playing the Yankees, and everybody in the outfield got up and turned around and had their backs to the field. They were protesting that the Yankees could spend all this money and the Royals couldn't. But small market teams have found their ways to winning, whether it's Tampa Bay, Kansas City, et cetera. The Padres have done something that small market teams were always told they couldn't do, which is spend crazy money. But if your owner's willing to do it, it can be done. And as a result, Chris, take a look at this. Alex, put this up on the screen if you don't mind.
Yep.
This is what MLB.com says is going to happen. These are their predictions this year. They've got the Padres winning the NL West. They've got the Padres against the Astros in the World Series. And the Padres are predicted to win the World Series this year, Chris Reed.
That's an odd sentence, Mr. Kaplan. I don't know if you just broke something in the Matrix.
It sounds weird saying it, right?
I just saw a toaster go flying by. Something went Rick and Morty on us. I love seeing that. I'm not getting any bad feelings seeing that. I do get bad feelings seeing, you know, the same 8 to 10 Major League Baseball franchises slated for the playoffs every year because, you know, half the owners don't want to spend any money. I really do feel for these fan bases. I think a great protest this year would be buy a Padres City Connect cap and, wear it to your Reds home game or wear
That's a
it to your
great idea.
Pirates home game.
That's a great idea.
You can show up and support your team. Just tell the owner that that other places can do it and that you can see through their lies, because that's all it is. It's been a myth that Major League Baseball owners can't spend money.
I love your good-heartedness to say you feel bad for other organizations in other cities, but this team's been in the dump for so long that I hope that for the next 5 to 6 years, no one else comes out of the woodworks and starts dropping money, because I need the more chances for the Padres, the better.
But you know what?
Because this team's sucked for a really long time, and I don't feel bad. I hope that eventually that they can all turn it around, but really I don't.
But from a business perspective, what Chris is saying, though, is that if you're a downtrodden fan base and you want to make a protest, how dope would it be to see 10,000 people in Pittsburgh all wearing the Seidler Sustainable T-shirt and saying to their owner, I bought merch out in San Diego from a goofy radio show, okay, to say to you, Mr. Owner of the Reds or the Pirates, if this guy can do it and he says it's sustainable, you guys can do it too.
I would love to be the protest franchise. Everybody buy it. Buy all of it. Wear it everywhere.
100%, because the Major League Baseball doesn't need competition committees. It doesn't need, the rules changes are nice, but that's not affecting the competitive product on the field. What it needs is new owners who want to be ballers, who want to inject cash into it, who want to give their fan bases something to cheer for. And thank goodness, Papa Pete, I never thought I'd live to see it, but here we are. Padres have the number 3 or 4 payroll in Major League Baseball. We've got the top 4 of just assassins at the top of the lineup. Yeah, dude, it's a thrilling time to be a Padre fan. I know, Alex, I get what you're saying, Alex. We already have to get through the Mets, the Braves, the Dodgers. We don't want to have the friggin' Brewers spending $250 million a year.
The Orioles out of nowhere, the Reds, whoever it may be.
Yeah. But look at that. But look what Alex just put up on the screen. Alex, tell us where this comes from.
Also, MLB.com. So when Chris said the top 4 lineup, MLB has the Padres as the second best lineup behind the Houston Astros in all of baseball. They also have the Padres bullpen as number 2 in all of baseball behind the Houston Astros.
Yeah. And, Alex, you were talking earlier about if Trent Grisham can, just hit 225. Juan Soto has been talking so much about getting ready for the season and what kind of a down year he had. And when he got traded to the Padres, we all expected this incredible offensive explosion. It didn't quite happen. But when you really look at his numbers last year, Juan Soto's down year is a monster all-star season. Yeah.
Yeah.
Look at this, Chris. Look at Juan Soto's down year. He hit 242 last year. His career average is 291. He hit 27 home runs. His career average for a season is 24.
But that's including the 2020, so that's why I brought it down a lot.
Yeah. But look at the point is that Juan Soto had admittedly a really down year, and look at those numbers. Now, if he has a solid year, maybe we're talking 260, 265. Maybe he's talking about, 35, 40 home runs, 100 RBIs maybe. Take a look at this. Alex, read this quote for everybody.
This is from Juan Soto from the UT. Number 1 is it was a big-time failure. I had never failed, and I feel it was a year that I have a lot of ups and a lot of downs. It was tiring sometimes, and I never felt like that before. I just learned from it, and I know how to control it and get out of it.
This guy right here, if he had a down year, which we all thought he did, and he comes back, Chris, to an average year, rock star.
For sure, dude. That batting average is misleading too. We all know he's a walk machine. So, if that can tick up just a little bit, get those homers back, he's in the money. I love seeing Juan Soto use the F word, failure. Any of us that have tried to do something knows that that's what happens. It's 1 plus 1. 1 is the trying, the other 1 is failure, and then whatever that equals your product is because of both of those things. You have to try, you have to fail. And him having that drive, having that motivation coming to this year bodes really well. And I think we're going to see those RBI tick up just a little bit from the Washington lineup to the San Diego lineup, with my man Trent Grisham, America's greatest hitter, hitting only 2 spots ahead of him.
All right, we got to hustle. We got to get out of here. Hey, Chris, we'll see you soon. We'll talk to you during the season. Real quick, we've got about 30 seconds. Can you tell everybody how to listen to the podcast with you and Craig Elston?
Dude, Padres Hot Tub is available everywhere you get your podcast, Apple Podcasts, all of them. You can also look at our Patreon, where for just as little as $5 a month, you get access to our Discord and a little bit more bonus content, including my Have a Drink podcast with all my wonderful actor friends.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Chris Reed, great to see you, man. And we'll be talking to you as the baseball season goes on.
Big hug coming your way when I see you, Scott. You better get ready.
Yeah. Oh, listen, I'm a bring it in kind of guy, so bring it.
It's going to happen.
All right, Chris Reed, we appreciate you. John Browner is at Tavern and Bowl in downtown San Diego today, and we are going to be there tomorrow. For those of you listening or just getting with us, all the details of tomorrow's opening day party coming right back from the 7 Mile Casino Studios here on Kaplan.
You're watching Kaplan and Crew Tonight, powered by the mightier 1090 AM, ESPN Radio, and Your View, featuring the best sports talk in SoCal.
Locally owned and operated, not some bland, uninspired, corporate, cookie-cutter radio station crap. We simply say to those stations, Q. The mightier 1090 ESPN Radio, SoCal Sports Talk.
Murray Lampert now brings architectural and interior design to a whole new level for your remodel, ADU, or whole house build.
We're truly a team at Murray Lampert Design, Build, Remodel, and we don't take that lightly.
Visit murraylampert.com.
This is a huge wall. I'm sure it presented some challenges.
You're right, Sarah. And what it was in the model we noticed there was too much wood. This was supposed to be clad. And with the beautiful stairs and railings, we realized that we need to come up with a different finish. So we used these reglets that are metal with the drywall, and it gave it this grid look that also matches up with the beams.
Wow, that came out beautiful. If you want to see how they conquered more design challenges, check out Our Family, Your Home.
I was injured in a car crash. I had no idea how much my case was worth. I called the Barnes firm.
When a truck hit my son, I had so many questions about his case. I called the Barnes firm. It was the best call I could have made.
Your case is often worth more than insurance offers. Call the Barnes firm to find out what your case could be worth. We will help you get the best result possible.
The Barnes firm. Injury attorneys. Call 1-800-8-million.
When you're adding companion units or ADUs to bring more value to your home, our experience plus our strong relationship with the city makes adding on easier for our homeowners.
At Murray Lampert, we listen to you first, then design and build. Visit murraylampert.com.
If you're going to count yourself as a fan of this radio station, you'll need to continuously ask yourself one basic question. Am I listening enough? Pro tip, wives are not a good source for input on this. This is the mightier 1090 AM ESPN Radio.
When you're adding companion units or ADUs to bring more value to your home, our experience plus our strong relationship with the city makes adding on easier for our homeowners.
At Murray Lampert, we listen to you first, then design and build. Visit murraylampert.com.
For many consumers, sleeping at night should be an easy experience. For many, it's not. There are a number of reasons for that, most notably those that suffer from acid reflux or heartburn. There are also many individuals dealing with various pains or ailments. MedCline is a sleep solution company with our goal to allow people to have a healthy and peaceful night's sleep. And we do that with our therapeutic side sleeping systems. Our patented, clinically studied MedCline relief systems are designed to place an adult in an elevated side sleeping position, which can help them reduce the symptoms or issues they're dealing with. MedCline systems are registered with the FDA, and as a medical product, MedCline systems are qualified for use with FSA and HSA funds. For anyone looking for more information, you can visit medcline.com/sleepbetter.
Welcome to the Super Dentists, where kids are the center of our universe. Serving San Diego for over 25 years, the Super Dentists offer the newest dental technologies to provide safe and comfortable treatments for the entire family. We've reimagined the entire dental experience by creating a fun and engaging atmosphere featuring our heroic dentists and award-winning super crew. Book your appointment now. Extended hours and Saturday appointments available. Call or text 855-GO-SUPER or visit thesuperdentist.com.
Thank you for joining us. Catch Scott Kaplan and Crew tonight from 7 to 8 p.m. Pacific every Monday through Friday. The very best from today's Scott Kaplan and Crew show on the mightier 1090 AM ESPN Radio, SoCal Sports Talk.